Shalom, give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, Bashim Rakakadash, Taban, to the apostles of GMS. Shalom to all the faithful men that's continually doing this word. Lord willing, I'm going to speak on, slavery. Of course, we, so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we was on those slave ships. We served slavery really for all the nations throughout the earth, but recently and still today, which was the most roughest one was Esau, Edom. Alright, but the big payback is gonna come, and the Lord is going to avenge us of our enemies. Alright, let's start with that real quick. Alright, and and it's just true, and you heathen were made for our sakes, Israel's sake. The scripture says that, this world was made for our sake. Alright? And the scripture says in Psalms 2 that I would give the heathen for thy possession in the uttermost part, for inheritance in the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. So we own you people, you nations, you're our property. You women, you're your property too. That's what the scripture says. Alright? And this land, all this land, the scripture says that whatever sole your foot, foot of your sole your foot touch is yours. This everything, literally everything was made for our sake. Alright? So we're gonna get everything in our possession once again. But this is Baruch 4:25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. Alright? For thine enemy has persecuted thee, but and you look at the word persecute, it goes into the word hunt. Esau have hunted us down throughout this whole fucking earth, whooped our ass from one end of the earth to the other. Alright? He ain't gonna let you get no type of rest at all. Alright? Scripture says that he searches deep things. He studies everything that you do, your speech, your talk, your every fucking thing, your DNA. He does everything just to search you out, just to destroy you and keep you in a destroyed mindset. Alright? But it says, for thine enemy has persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and thou shalt tread upon his neck. And that's what we're gonna see. That's what we're seeing right now. We're witnessing it. We're witnessing the destruction of our enemies. Alright? All different nations. And then shortly we're gonna put our foot on their necks, just like Joshua said to his men when they took over. I think it was Moab, I believe. I think he took over like 5 kings or something like that. And then he brought them out, and then he told his men, his captains, to come out and put your foot on these kings' necks. And we're gonna play that out again. Alright, literally and metaphorically. Put our foot right on your neck. You know what I'm saying? You grab somebody by the throat, man, their life is in your hands. You know what I'm saying? So you heathens, your lives is gonna be in our hands. Alright, we're gonna grab you by the goddamn throat. Now, let's go into slavery, Isaiah 60. And I'm gonna start at 10. It says, and the sons of strangers, which is heathens, alright, shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. And minister means to serve. Alright. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor had I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night. Yeah, and that's another thing, because it's going to be peaceful. Because you look at them old movies or shows, whatever, where there's like city gates and shit like that, they will close them, because it's dangerous, you know what I mean? Like, they might be under attack or something like that, so they might close the gates, not let the people out, or it might be a threat within You know, it might be a spy within the fucking, you know, in the city. They trying to look for them. So what they do, they shut the gate so they can't get out. You know what I mean? But in the kingdom, there ain't gonna be no more. In our kingdom, there ain't gonna be no more. Which is gonna say later, it says no more violence. You know, there ain't gonna be no more death and destruction. We gonna have to close the city gates. No, it's gonna be continually open. Just like now, like when you leave your house, when you leave your car, you always locking it. You lock everything because somebody can come in and rob you. Still, you know what I mean? But in the kingdom, man, our doors, even our houses, we ain't gonna have to lock our doors. We don't have to do none of that shit because nobody's gonna steal from us. Alright. It says that they may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, that their king may be brought. They're gonna be bringing slaves by the boatload. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish, yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fair trees, the pine tree, and the box together to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I will make the place of my feet glorious. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet. And they shall call thee the city of Yahweh, the Zion, and the Holy One of Israel. And that's what these people did. All these different nations despise to look at us niggas, spics, and wetbacks and all this other bullshit. But in the kingdom, they're gonna serve us, and you know, shit, be servants unto us, and unbound to us. Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. And after the 1,000 years, after you get your ass whooped, you know, the Lord gonna show you heathens some mercy. And y'all gonna enjoy our Kino. I think I know that bitch. It's like it. Damn demon. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? But it says thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and suck and shall suck the breast of the kings. Yeah, we're gonna be uh living good off you people, just like you're living good off us. You know what I mean? You Egyptians, y'all had us build the pyramids and the cities and Ramses and all of that shit. Y'all was able to chill while, you know what I'm saying? We worked. Let me see. It says let me see where it's at. It says, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, and thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much the point in that one. But let me get this one last one. Leave this in Jeremiah. Let me see. Isaiah 45 and 13. Have I raised him up in righteousness, and I'll direct all his ways. He shall build my city, and shall not let go of my captives, not for price nor reward. And he shall let go of my captives like it. Saith Yahweh of hosts. Thus saith Yahweh, the labor of Egypt and merchandise of Ethiopia and of the Sabaeans, men of stature shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine. And this real quick, because Benjamin thinks that the new Jerusalem is going to be in Ethiopia. And niggas, them Benjamites, they know they're Israelites, but they think they're Africans. You know what I'm saying? The Egyptians, first of all, Judah, so-called blacks, Negroes, they think they're fucking Egypt. Those niggas are heathens. They're going to be our slaves. And for you Benjamites, Ethiopians, they are Ham too. They're heathens. And they're going to be our slaves. It says they should be dying. That they can be your possession. All right. The New Jerusalem. When you look at the word "new," all right, in that verse, it just means refreshed. You know what I mean? New Jerusalem is not gonna be in a new place, new name. No, it's just gonna be refreshed. All right. So the Lord's not gonna move Jerusalem to fucking Ethiopia for you, Rastafarians. All right, Rastafarians. All right. It says, they shall come over to thee in chains. They shall come over and they shall fall down unto thee. they shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely God is in thee, and there is none else. There is no God. All right. So these people gonna come in chains, in bondage, and they're gonna be our slaves. They're gonna be if somebody, if a person, the Lord said, a whole nation is people is gonna be yours. That means you're owning them as slaves. All right. Because look, that's what a slave is. That's your property. That's your possession. That's your inheritance. All right. And you people, you heathen, you gonna work for us, and you gonna bring great glory. You gonna build our cities. You gonna, mine our fields, and what's the shit called, caves and all that shit. You're gonna reap our, sow, planting our fields and shit like that, while we just enjoy life. We won't have to do nothing at all. We just gonna point our fingers and tell you to go do this and that. And you know what I mean? And sometimes we won't have to do that. Sometimes we just have our son do it. Hey, go tell them do that. Let your son go take care of shit, man. That's what Yahweh does pretty much. He gave all the judgment to his son. So, we might do that in the kingdom, you know what I mean? We might just chill, sit on a throne, you know what I mean, rule and, enjoy ourselves, singing glory, to the Lord and Yahweh Shema Shah all day long. And then tell one of our, sons that, that came back in the reincarnation, say, go handle that. He already knows what to do, you know what I mean? He come back, report to you. You just reap the benefits. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have so much glory. Alright. With that, help this edifying glory, praise and glory to Albert Shemel Shabbat Shalom Hakodash. Go on to the process of GMS, shalom to the brothers in this work, stop and say shalom.